Hey guys, Jhub here, and I don't know what the gameplay is going to be in the background. I'm just going to go off my notes. It's probably going to either be Black Ops 2 or Ghost, so I guess we'll go ahead and get right into it. This video is going to be about my concerns for Advanced Warfare. A lot of y'all in the previous video wanted to hear my opinions, and I want to go ahead and start off with, it looks like it's going to be a fun game. The score streaks looks like they're going to be back on the Black Ops 2 level where they're fun. The game looks like it's trying to copy Black Ops 2, but they're going to change a couple things, and they're adding in the whole dash and boost jump thing. But from what I've seen so far, I do think there are going to be a couple of problems that people really haven't recognized yet. Starting off with low profile. If you looked at it or read it, it's not like Ghost from, I guess, Black Ops 2. It's more like it from Black Ops 1, where it's going to be active no matter what. And now that exo dashes, jumps, and all that stuff with the exosuit shows where you're at on radar, from my understanding, rocking that is going to be something people are going to use, and it's going to be counterproductive to those who care about kill streaks and will try and have as little as motion as possible. By which I mean, I have a feeling that the Ghost will not cover the whole exosuit ability, because I think it'll still make you show up on map. And with the way people are used to playing Call of Duty, they are used to moving around the map and not having to worry about showing up on radar all the time. Now I understand with Black Ops 2 Ghost it worked, but Ghost went to a whole different scenario in Ghosts, and Black Ops 1 was a problem, Modern Warfare 3 was a problem. People took advantage of this perk, and that's pretty much the only thing you would see, so it made UAVs pointless at that point, where you could remove that kill streak from the game if you want to. And now that there is a lack of dead silence, that's going to make this even crazier. Now people are not going to want to move. With being dead silence, it allowed your footsteps to be silent as you were moving around the map, so you could actually stay active and still sound whore for people coming at you. But now that they've removed this for the time being, there has been some words, they're working on something to try to put into the game to counter this. People are going to have to stay still longer if they're on any kind of streak in order to get their kill streaks, because let's face it, most of the time people only really care about kill streaks in Call of Duty. A good chunk of people like to play the objective, but overall people will play Call of Duty for the score streaks and playing with their friends. It's pretty much what it's all for. And if people can't move around while also staying silent so they can sound whore people coming around them, they're gonna just stay still, use low profile, and try to move as little as possible. And I know that Sledgehammer put in all this different motion benefits, the jumps, the dashes, everything like that, to change up Call of Duty. But it seems like with some perk choices of what they've done, it's going to be counterproductive to exactly what they're trying to do, and it might turn out to be pointless, and that people are going to return back to, say, Ghost, the way they have to play there because of spawns. They have to put their back to a wall and wait for people to come to them, or Black Ops 1 where they just move as little as possible and wait for people to come to them to get their streaks. That's what I'm seeing as of right now. Another thing, they also added in old school COD where they removed all the exo abilities, I believe, overall. This is what I actually expect to see in MLG. I don't think they're going to keep in all these exo things and all the things that they incorporate with showing you on minimap if you use it, and bouncing back and forth. I think MLG is going to return, and they're going to start banning stuff left and right like they always do. Black Ops 2, I actually enjoyed watching competitive because they played almost the exact same thing we played. But in Ghost, they banned everything because they had to in order to have a halfway decent game to play. And why people are used to playing Call of Duty, that might turn out to be the more popular playlist. People not wanting to use all these added things in, so it could be counterproductive again to Sledgehammer to add in this old school COD playlist. I know they want to try to pull everybody in, people who want to see COD evolve gets the new stuff, but those who want to maintain the way they've always played Call of Duty can play in the old school COD playlist and not have to worry about their dashing, jumping, and I think even all the extra exo abilities they add in, like the shield, the extra health, which that's going to put in a whole new dynamic. I mean, I'm excited to use the new motion things that they've added in. It's kind of like Titanfall without mechs, without wall running, and added in score streaks and remove the bots. This is kind of like a combination of old school COD and Titanfall, if you want to argue that. Which I did like Titanfall, but the bots made it feel like there was no skill involved, so I stopped playing. It just got boring to me. And it didn't have kill streaks, so it didn't keep you playing because it's the same Titan over and over. You could argue, oh, the gun's different if they're tanky or if they move faster, and it's still just basically Titan v Titan at that point. Especially if you're halfway decent with them, you can stay in your Titan the whole time. So that would be another concern of mine. Moving on is toughness. I am sick of this perk. I really am. I don't know why they keep bringing it back. Black Ops 2, if you didn't run toughness, you would always lose gunfights unless you shot people in the back and just tried to avoid 1v1 face on every time. And then in Ghost, they brought it back. And so focus, you had to use it if you wanted to be able to gunfight, just like Black Ops 2. They need to stop with this perk. If anything, just give everybody toughness. Be done with it. Because otherwise, you're forced to run it. It's pretty much the only thing that will balance fairness. And they're saying they got rid of stopping power because of the whole thing. It was dependent. You had to run it. Well, toughness has turned into the new stopping power. If you don't run toughness, you're the one who's probably going to end up losing that gunfight. So my suggestion to fix toughness is make it where it counters one-hit kills of like snipers, and that new pistol would only be a one-shot kill to the head. You had to be 2 melee. You got to get hit by melee 2 times to be killed, and I guess the boost slam, you couldn't really be killed by it anymore. That's what I would like to see toughness move into, because that way you're quote-unquote tough. It doesn't take one shot to kill you unless it's to the head. That's what I would want to see the fix, and just give everybody toughness. Give everyone flinch reduction. Be done with it. Get rid of that perk overall. It's the new stopping power. And if you maintain this in the next games, it's just gonna... It lacks perk diversity. Like, you're forced to use it, unfortunately. And moving on, something we have been complaining about Modern Warfare 2, Danger Close, for a long time. They got rid of it in Black Ops 1. They brought it back in Ghosts. We complained about it so much, and they brought it back, and now they're bringing it back again in Advanced Warfare. Are you serious? Danger Close should never have made a return in Ghost, and now it's making a return in Advanced Warfare. Yeah, that's a thing. That just needs to be removed overall. It's an obvious thing. Get rid of it. It's nothing but a troll perk that people are going to run around with explosives. They're not going to play the objective, and they're just going to try to blow you up over and over. Then they'll kill themselves and keep doing it. Just needs to go. Unless you want to make Danger Close into like anti-air personnel weapon, where it takes 1 less rocket to shoot down a kill streak or something like that. That's the only thing I could see, because Flak Jacket already exists, so you really can't turn it the opposite way around. And apparently there was an item or something equipment-wise in Advanced Warfare that I saw. I don't know if it's in multiplayer or not, but from what I saw in some of these multiplayer gameplays, it is. And it shows you through walls. It's basically the Oracle from Ghost. That's a wall hack. There's no skill based in that. I can understand the VSAT will show you on the minimap, but have something show you through the wall overall? No, thank you. It needs to go. And if there's a scope like that, it needs to go too. Because I've seen these scopes are pretty good in some cases and OP in others. Hopefully the target finder ain't making a comeback, because if it does, it seems like the big things that people are complaining about, they're bringing it back no matter what, and I just don't understand that. So if there is an equipment that shows people through walls, kind of like recon, but not on the minimap, just through walls, it needs to go. Doesn't need to come back. And this one is debatable. Like, I don't see it as big of a problem, but the new equivalent of Overkill coming back, I was just thinking it might needs to restrict snipers from having a sniper and a shotgun, or just, I don't know, maybe snipers overall not being able to use Overkill, because I've seen the new snipers and they're pretty good. So that's just something in my head. I'd like to see Overkill restricted to certain classes. And the idea, and they've brought back the audio slider so you can turn off in-game and lobby music. That's a plus. I'm glad they brought that back, because man, I get sick of the music. I'm happy when I'm able to turn it off. But then I saw it too. There's apparently medals are coming back from like Black Ops 2, and I saw there was a 30 gun streak medal. And hopefully there's a kill streak attached. I know the game has not been finished and they haven't shown us the final form. But if it's just a medal like Black Ops 2, I don't understand. Like, we want kill streaks attached. Ghost, even though it was bad, KEMs helped keep it alive for some people. Moabs helped keep MW3 alive a long time, and nukes for MW2. People are still nuke hunting on that game right now. So getting a little medal for getting something that good kind of disappoints people. That's why I never went nuclear hunting in Black Ops 2. It just didn't mean anything to me. But I mean, if they just added something in that was so simple as you can get a Swarm EMP VSAT, like, just give us a combination of 3 different score streaks at one time from hitting it. Like, just give it to us and put it on the map. Like, even if it's just a UAV, counter UAV, and a VSAT or an EMP, just give us something to be able to earn that 30 gun streak. We want something to show it off and be in that game, and people are like, man, he just hit that. I can tell. Instead of we just getting a pop up saying, yay, you hit the mark, woohoo. Getting that special something in the game means something, and especially means something to the enemy or friends. Like, this is a good player, he's trying, let's show it off. So that's my concerns as of right now. And these just a little bit, but overall I've been watching a lot of gameplay, and it looks like it's going to hopefully change up Call of Duty for the better. But hopefully it's just not counterproductive, them adding in all this extra stuff, and it turns around and bites them in the butt because of like certain perk combinations, or just people not wanting to adjust that heavily to new stuff. I'm definitely going to try out all this new motion when the game comes out. I'm going to try to use it as much as possible, but as of right now I can see people falling back to the old school playlist just because they're not going to want to adapt to the new motion. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. These are my concerns with Advanced Warfare. Hopefully they'll be fixed. Sledgehammer is dedicated to making this the perfect game they possibly can, and they're taking in all the feedback. Hopefully they don't just listen to pros, because pros, they really have no idea what they want. They just want to play a simple game that they can repeat over and over and over and over, play 4 maps with the same weapons. I could care less about that. I really could. I want diversity. I want to see score streaks and all that stuff, and I don't really want pros having the say-so with the final game result, because it'll just end up being a bad one. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave me your thoughts down in the comment section below of what are your concerns, what are your ideas, and what are your hopes for Advanced Warfare. Other than that, peace out.